What's going on, y'all? It's TKJ. Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you for stopping by, man. Today I'm doing a realistic rebuild of the Detroit Pistons, who were the big losers of this past NBA lottery. They had the worst record in the league this season, and yet they fell to 5th in the draft. That's tough. I'm sorry, Pistons fans, but have no fear. Your boy is here. The goal is to win a championship within the first 3 seasons. If I can't do it during that time, then the video won't end until eventually I do. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subs by my birthday, man, which is May 26th. It's coming up fast, but you guys have been showing a lot of love lately, so I really do appreciate it. Anyways, man, without any further ado, it's time to get into this video.
Let's get it.
So obviously it's never good to fall in the draft. However, this seems like one of the worst years to do it because there's a few really good prospects, man. Obviously Victor Wembanyama is the top one that everybody wants, but there's still like Scoot Henderson, there's still Brandon Miller. I mean, as long as you're in that top 3, you're getting a guy who could potentially be the face of your franchise one day. And really the only thing holding him back is his inability to stay healthy, man. He only played 12 games this season due to injury. He averaged 20 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Like, all of that looks pretty solid for a sophomore. However, the efficiency is nowhere near what it needs to be. He shot 42% from the floor and 28% from deep. We round up around here, but it's still not good either way. I'm going to chalk most of this up to just the fact that, you know, he's on a rebuilding team. He's like the main option, so he doesn't really have to worry about like efficiency and shot selection, all of that just yet. The hope is that as he continues to get better and the team continues to get better, he'll probably pick up that efficiency. That's the goal at least. But yeah, either way, man, Cade Cunningham is definitely safe for this video. We're going to try to build a championship team around him, and probably the biggest piece in that supporting cast is Jaden Ivey. Now, he's 21 years old, 5th overall pick in this past year's draft, and he really got thrown into the fire this season because, like we said, Cade Cunningham went down, so Jaden Ivey really became that guy. And I mean, he handled it pretty well. 16 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Shooting efficiency, not too good, a little bit better than Cade's, but similar to what I was talking about with Cade. He was really asked to do everything for the Pistons, so I'm willing to grade his rookie year on a little bit of a curve. Either way, though, I really do like Jaden Ivey, man. I definitely like the defensive aspect. You know, he's a really gritty, tenacious defender, and I think there's a lot of defensive upside in general with that backcourt of Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey. So overall, I think that's a really good duo for the future. That's definitely the big bright spot with this franchise. Then at the 3, we got an older guy in Bojan Bogdanovic, and this is a really interesting one because he's 34 years old, first year with the Pistons, and he had a career season, man. 22 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, shot that ball ridiculously well from deep, 41%. And I really thought that the Pistons would cash in at the trade deadline, man. I mean, Bojan Bogdanovic's stock is as high as it'll ever be because, again, he's 34 years old and he's sure to regress pretty soon. You know, he just had a career year. I thought they would try to trade him away for some sort of draft capital. There were some reports that they wanted to get an unprotected first-round pick, but even if they weren't able to find that, man, like, I would still take just a protected first for Bojan because he doesn't fit the timeline. We don't need him. I'd much rather have any sort of draft capital I can get, but he's still here on this team and he's got 2 more years on his deal. Best believe he's going to be gone this summer, bro, because he's definitely going to regress, and I want to trade him before that happens while his stock is at its highest. Don't get me wrong, man, I like Bojan, but he just doesn't fit with what we need right now here in Detroit. At the 4, we got Marvin Bagley, and I actually really like this addition just because I talk about this in all of my realistic rebuilds. When I'm hitting the reset button with a team, one of the big things I want to do is buy low on young talent. So look for guys who went high in the recent drafts and just need a change in scenery. Marvin Bagley is definitely that. You know, he was dying to get away from the Kings. He's here in Detroit now, and really he's looked solid when he's on the floor, but he just can't stay healthy, man. Like, this is just brutal. He played 42 games this season, 48 the year before that, 43, 13. I mean, he hasn't been able to stay on the floor. The good news is we got him locked up for the next 2 seasons, so hopefully he will progress. Either way, I don't think he's our power forward of the future. I'm pretty confident in that, but if he can provide some depth for us, then that would be really nice. At the 5, we really got an open competition here between Jalen Duren, 13th overall pick in this year's draft, and then also James Wiseman, 2nd overall pick in 2020, who the Pistons just got from the Warriors this season. I'm kind of split on who I like more. I mean, I'm going to lean towards Jalen Duren just because he's 19 years old compared to James Wiseman, who's 22 years old. So I tend to just want to go with the younger guy. I mean, he's actually a higher overall also. But yeah, they both have different games. Jalen Duren definitely more of an interior presence. James Wiseman is able to space the floor. He's a little bit more crafty, a little more finesse, that kind of stuff. I'm really just going to leave it up to player progression, man. Whoever ends up progressing the best is going to get that starting center spot. That's really all there is to it. We also got Isaiah Stewart here off the bench, a 3rd-year guy who had a really solid season, man. 11 points, 8 rebounds. Still not shooting the ball very well from deep, but he's shooting the ball with more confidence, man. The volume is going up, and that's really important for him because the guy's a 6'8" power forward / center, bro. Like, you have to be able to space the floor when you're an in-betweener like that. And even if the percentages aren't looking good right now, I just need him to shoot the ball with confidence. And it seems like he took a step in the right direction this year when it comes to that. So that's definitely good. We also got Alec Burks here. Now, this guy is 31 years old, so he's one of the veterans of the group. And he's still a bucket getter, man. He averaged 13 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Shot above 40% from deep for the 3rd season in a row. I'm hoping he doesn't regress too much. As long as he stays in like the 77-76 range, we definitely should be able to trade him next season to a competing team that's just looking for some more scoring punch off the bench. I mean, Alec Burks can definitely provide that. He's got a team option for next season. It's about 10.5 M's, just a little bit underneath that. We're going to pick that up, and it's essentially just going to be a sign and trade. Then we also got Hamidou Diallo. Now, he is 24 years old, so young-ish on an expiring deal. I'm not sure what he's asking for. I would like to bring him back. You know, as you take a look at his stats, it's nothing too crazy. 9 points, 4 rebounds. Didn't really shoot the ball well from deep. He really hasn't been that type of guy his entire career. Mostly leans on his athleticism. He's a 6'5" small forward / shooting guard, which is like okay size. Maybe he progresses pretty well and can be a nice little scoring punch off the bench for us. I think that's about the ceiling. Like, that's the most that I'm looking to get out of him. So hopefully that'll happen. Then we got Killian Hayes, and this is another interesting one, man. 21 years old, 7th overall pick in 2020. To his credit, I mean, he had a better season. Let's just put it that way. 10 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, but man, the shooting efficiency it's just so bad. Like, he just cannot put the ball through the hoop. 38% shooting from the floor and 28% shooting from deep as a guard. It's just horrendous, man. Now, he did have some more opportunity this season. He averaged a career high 28 minutes because Cade was gone. But still, man, he's got a team option for next season. We're going to pick it up, and that'll probably be Killian Hayes' last year on the Pistons. Unless he progresses more and just turns into a nice facilitator off the bench for us. Like, I think that's the best case scenario. But at this point, I'm definitely not on the Killian Hayes bandwagon. I'm also not really on the RJ Hampton bandwagon. He's 22 years old, got a team option for next season. He's already moved around a decent amount here in 3 seasons. This year, he averaged 6 points, 2 rebounds, about an assist and a steal. He shot just a little bit over league average from deep, which is nice. But like I've been saying, man, we got Cade Cunningham, we got Jaden Ivey. That's our backcourt of the future. RJ's kind of in the same boat as Killian Hayes, where if he progresses, then maybe he can have a role off the bench. But as of right now, there's not a whole lot of expectations with him. Then we got an older guy here in Corey Joseph. He is 31 years old, averaged about 20 minutes, right? Yeah, about 20 minutes per game this season. He's on an expiring deal, and I definitely do think there's some value in having a veteran guard on the team, just because we have so much youth. You know, Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey. You could even throw in Killian Hayes, RJ Hampton, all of those guys. It definitely does help to have a vet who can kind of show them the ropes, you know, be a mentor for them. But like, Corey Joe's already a 74 overall, 31 years old. He's probably going to regress. If that's the case, man, we can find another veteran who's a little bit better. So that's probably what we'll do this offseason. Then we got a few more guys that we're just going to kind of breeze through here. Eugene Amoriuri got cut by the Thunder. He's now here on the squad. Expiring deal, 25 years old, undrafted. Not expecting a whole lot out of him. And I'm not expecting a whole lot out of Isaiah Livers either, 2nd round pick. He had a few flashes this season, and honestly, I am looking for some more wing depth. So there is a need there. Maybe he can cover a role off the bench if he's able to progress. But again, a 2nd round pick, 24 years old. I don't really think he's going to progress too much. So there's probably not a whole lot there. And then our last guy is Rodney Magruder. He's 31 years old, undrafted guy on an expiring deal. I doubt we'll bring him back either. But yeah, man, that's a look at the rotation. Let's take a look at our 3-year game plan, which will start next season. For season number 1, I want to find some young wing options, man. We got rid of Sadiq Bey in that James Wiseman trade, and Bojan Bogdanovic obviously does not fit the timeline. So I definitely want to find like a 3-4 who can really go alongside Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, James Wiseman, Jalen Duren, all of those guys. For season number 2, man, it's what I was talking about earlier with Marvin Bagley. I just want to buy low on young talent. You know, guys who need a change in scenery, I'm willing to bring them on here and give them every opportunity to shine. Maybe we find some diamonds in the rough. That would be ideal, but we're at least in a position where we can just shoot our shot and see what happens. And then for season number 3, I just want to have the best young core in the league by then, man. I think it's going to take more than 3 years to win a championship here in Detroit. Maybe not, because 2K seems to love Detroit in sim, but realistically, man, I just want to have a real foundation for the future by that 3rd season. If we can do that, then I'd feel pretty good moving forward. But yeah, man, that's a look at the 3-year game plan. Let's go ahead and sim the playoffs here, which, by the way, shout out to 2K. They finally fixed start today mode. It took them so long, so that's nice at least. But anyways, we got the Celtics and the Nuggets here. Give me the Celtics in like 5. Yep, Celtics in 5. I play this game way too much, man. And it's Jaylen Brown winning Finals MVP instead of Jason Tatum. That's interesting. Anyways, let's go ahead and keep it moving. All right, man, so I'm here at the NBA draft where everything is in order. I did all that off camera. Victor Wembanyama goes to the Spurs. No surprise there. Brandon Miller to the Hornets. Scoot Henderson, yep, this all looks pretty normal here. Greg Dickey number 4, now that's an interesting one. So we should have some options for number 5. I mean, Amen Thompson is the best prospect, but he's a point guard, shooting guard, man. Like, he could play some small forward, but I don't know, man. I just don't love the fit. I think I'm really deciding between Jarris Walker and Asar Thompson. I think Thompson is the better prospect as well. He's a shooting guard, small forward, really good defensively. You know, he can get into passing lanes. He's really good in transition. Offensive game is still coming along, especially his three-point shot, which is a little bit of a concern, but I mean, he's going to have a whole lot of time to progress with us. But then Walker, man, I think he's really the perfect fit for Detroit basketball. He's tough, he's physical. I mean, he would be a really nice defender there at the 4 spot for us. And the offensive game is also coming along pretty well, man. I mean, he can shoot that thing a little bit better than you would expect. So it might not be the most popular pick, man, but I think I'm going to pass up on the Thompson twins and go with Jarris Walker, who really embodies Detroit basketball. You know, Cade Cunningham has really embraced the culture. Jaden Ivey has really done it as well. His mom actually played for the Detroit Shock. So I just think it'd be fun to build a team of guys who embody Detroit basketball. So we're going to go with Walker here. Let's go ahead and make that selection. So we have a lot of team/player options just because we got a lot of guys on rookie contracts. We're bringing everybody back, man, including Alec Burks. Like we said, we're just going to try to do a sign and trade for him. And honestly, I'm going to do it right now before he regresses, man. I'm going to send him to the Washington Wizards for Anthony Gill and 2 second-round picks. At least that's what I'm going to try to do. It seems like the Wizards don't want to hit the reset button. So bringing in Alec Burks as some scoring punch off the bench, I definitely think they'd be willing to take that. Let's go ahead and see if they'll say yes, and they will. Okay, cool. And speaking of guys who represent Detroit basketball, Kyle Kuzma is a Flint, Michigan native. He's here in free agency, and I think I want to go after him, man. It looks like his best offer is 2 years, 38 M's from the Thunder. That's about $19 million per year. He's not fully in love with it. I think we can offer him something better. Let's go ahead and try this thing out. I think I'd be willing to do 21.5, and that's a 2-1. He would get the player option on the 3rd season. Let's go ahead and see, are we going to be Kyle Kuzma's top offer? And we are. Okay, cool. Yeah, man, I think that's a really good fit. Now, he is 27, a little bit older. He's not really our small forward of the future, but we're going to get that in future draft classes, I think. That's kind of the game plan. But for right now, Kyle Kuzma is coming back to Michigan. I think that's a dub. So taking a look at player progression, Cade Cunningham went up 4 to an 88. That's nice to see. Jaden Ivey went up 2 to an 83. Jalen Duren and James Wiseman still neck and neck for that top center spot. They're both an 81 now. Marvin Bagley went up 1. That's nice. Bojan Bogdanovic, I probably should have traded him this summer before he regressed. He's now down 3 to a 79. I still think there's some value there, but it's probably not going to be a first round pick. I'm going to try. We'll see what ends up happening. But yeah, man, this team's still young. They're going to be growing for a while now, which is good. I think we're going to be bad this season, and I'm totally fine with that. We're going to get a good pick in the draft, which is the most important thing. But let's go ahead and get into it, man. So I'm going to try to send Bojan Bogdanovic to the Dallas Mavericks for Davis Bertans and a 2026 first round pick that's unprotected. I might be pushing it here with this pick. We'll go ahead and find out. But yeah, man, they brought everybody back. Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, Christian Wood, Tim Hardaway Jr. They just need a starting power forward now, and I think Bojan Bogdanovic can be that guy. Let's go ahead and see if they'll give up that first round pick here. They're saying, though, they want to do a pick swap. Okay, I can't do that, but I will do some protections on it. Make it a top, I don't know, man, top 5 protected pick. Can we get this thing done here? They're still saying no. I'm not going to give you a pick in exchange. I'll give you some seconds. I mean, I got a few of those here. They want 3 of them things. I got 2 of them for that Alec Burks trade. So yeah, I feel pretty good about this, man. Let's go to make that happen. And I think that's the team for year number 1, man. We got Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Kyle Kuzma, Jarris Walker, and Jalen Duren, who I am going to give the starting spot to over James Wiseman. Speaking of which, we got him off the bench here. We got Isaiah Stewart, Marvin Bagley III, Bruce Brown, and Killian Hayes. I do realize that we have 2 backup power forwards here in Marvin Bagley and Isaiah Stewart. Pretty much, man, I'm giving them the same amount of minutes per game this season. We're going to see what they end up doing. Whoever doesn't perform the best is going to get traded, probably for like a backup guard next season. So that's the game plan. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and sim this first season and just see what it's looking like. So we finished 31-51, honestly a little bit better than I thought we'd be. We'll go ahead and check out the final standings here in a second. But Darius Garland gets MVP, Victor Wembanyama Rookie of the Year. I just did a full career sim of Victor Wembanyama. If you guys want to check that out, link should be popping up here. You know I got to promote that. But anyways, Amen Thompson, 6th Man of the Year. That's somebody who I could have gotten. I already feel like some people are going to think that I made the wrong decision, and there's definitely a good argument for that. But again, man, I've got a whole vision for this rebuild here. I'm really trying to bring back that vintage Detroit Pistons culture, so that's what I'm going for. But if you think I should have gone with one of the Thompson twins, I mean, I'm definitely not mad at you. As we go ahead and keep this thing moving here, did we have anybody on an all-rookie team? We did not for the first team. We got it for the second team. Jarris Walker. Okay, we'll take a look at the stats here in a second, but let's go ahead and check this out here. We did not make the play-in, which is good. We didn't want to. Where are we at in the standings exactly? Oh yeah, nah, bro, this is too good. 31 and 51. Like, what were we here? We were the let's see, we were the 6th worst team in the league this season. I mean, I guess you can still move up in the draft. Honestly, if you have like the top odds, usually you don't get the top pick. So I guess there's that. Let's take a look at the stats now. Cade Cunningham led the way, 22 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals. Did his thing, man. And even shot that ball well from deep. That's huge out of him. Jaden Ivey shot above league average from deep as well. That's nice. Same for Jarris Walker. Yeah, bro. I mean, I really like this fit here. I just think it is the perfect fit for Walker. He averaged 14 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. I mean, come on, bro. He did a little bit of everything. And he shot above league average from deep as a power forward. I'm definitely happy with that. Jalen Duren and James Wiseman. Let's go ahead and compare to per 36. For Wiseman, it was 17 and 10. Okay, what about for Duren? It was about 18 and 12, so not a huge difference here, but I do think Duren is our guy. Plus, he's, what is it now, 3 years younger, so I mean, there's that as well. Kyle Kuzma, nothing too crazy here. 13 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Actually didn't shoot the ball very efficiently. That's a little bit concerning, but okay. Marvin Bagley, right, him and Isaiah Stewart. What's that looking like? 14 points and 7 rebounds for Marvin Bagley on the per 36. About 14 and 9 for Isaiah Stewart, and he shot above league average from deep this season. First time in his career, man. Yeah, Isaiah Stewart's going to be our guy. He's also 3 years younger, so we will be moving on from Marvin Bagley this offseason, probably for like a backup point guard, because right now that's Killian Hayes, and I mean, Lord knows he's not our guy. But anyways, man, let's go ahead and sim this playoffs here, just see what that's looking like. Not like it really concerns us. All I really care about is this upcoming lottery, where I did bring in the 2024 draft class. I know I've had some people saying they want me to start to do that. I'm going to do it for like the first 3 seasons with these realistic rebuilds, just so that way we can get some familiar faces here. But anyways, it's the Cavs winning it all. Donovan Mitchell, finals MVP. Let's go ahead and keep it moving. It's time for the moment of truth, man. The draft lottery did us dirty last season. Hopefully we can have better luck this time around. It says that pick of ours is going to the Knicks, or at least it's supposed to. It's top 18 protected, so we're definitely keeping it. But anyways, man, will we get lucky this time around? And we will. The Detroit Pistons have been avenged, man. We're going to get the #1 pick. It says it's going to the Knicks. Ignore it. I'm going to make that change off camera. Let's get it. All right, man, so I'm here at the draft, and I'm not going to lie, I had to do a little bit of research here because I don't know a whole lot about the 2024 draft class. There's a few guys that I think I'm interested in. Matas Buzelis is one of them for sure. He's a 6'10" shooting guard / small forward. I mean, just incredible size, handles the ball really well. I think he could easily be our small forward, which is what we're looking for. That's the main thing. I want my small forward of the future. Another option is Zachary Risachet, who is another shooting guard small forward, really good size, 6'9", 19 years old. I think those are probably the 2 top guys I'm going after. There's Ian Jackson as well. But yeah, man, I think I want to go with Matas here. I think that's the best move for us. It says he has all NBA potential, but from what I'm seeing, this guy has a really high ceiling. So I think we're going to go with him, man. Let's make that pick. Welcome to Detroit. And it looks like there weren't too many wrong answers. I mean, there's a lot of 77s here. As we look around, there's 178 in Ian Jackson, but for the most part, I think it's pretty much an open race for the top pick. At the end of the day, I feel good about this, man, because look at the scoring ability of this guy here, and potential is a B+, so I'll take that as well. I think this draft was a dub. Let's go ahead and keep it moving. So we just brought everybody back. Cade Cunningham is up 4 to a 92. That's good to see. Jaden Ivey up 3 to an 86. Yeah, man, a lot of green arrows here, as it's still Jalen Duren and James Wiseman neck and neck. That's so funny to me that they're kind of like progressing alongside each other. But Jarris Walker also went up 2 to a 79. It says Matas went up 2. That's just because I made him a small forward. It's a little thing in 2K. If you make a shooting guard a small forward, they tend to go up in overall. And also Killian Hayes up 2 to a 79, man. I was saying I wanted to trade Marvin Bagley and get a better backup point guard. Maybe Killian Hayes is our guy, but definitely we need like a shooting guard, and for sure somebody who can actually put the ball through the hoop. hoop because obviously Killian Hayes can't. So we're still going to be looking for that. I do think Marvin Bagley's time in Detroit is coming to an end. But yeah, man, I really like the direction of this team. Let's keep it moving in season number 2. So it's time to move on from Marvin Bagley. I'm going to try to send him and Bruce Brown to the Boston Celtics for Derek White and Sam Hauser. The Celtics don't have Jaylen Brown anymore. I don't know where he went, but they're in a bit of a weird period now, and I definitely think what they need is a starting power forward. Marvin Bagley could be that for them, and they also need some more like shooting guard, small forward, play off the bench. Bruce Brown can definitely be that. So I think this trade fills both of their needs, and for us, we're getting a veteran shooting guard who's on an expiring deal, which is nice. We don't want too much money tied up to him. But yeah, we got a young team. I talked about it earlier with Corey Joseph. I would love to get a veteran guard, one who can actually produce, and Derek White is definitely that. So let's go ahead and try to see if they'll accept this trade here, and they will. There we go. Derek White, welcome to the team. And that's a look at the squad for season number 2, man. We got Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Matas Buzelis. We got Jarris Walker and Jalen Duren. That's the starting lineup. Off the bench, you got Kyle Kuzma, James Wiseman, Isaiah Stewart, Derek White, and Killian Hayes. I mean, that bench is pretty nice, man. I mean, that's pretty much a starting lineup. Now, granted, it's not the best one, but still, I think there's a lot of good pieces there. I feel pretty good about this team, man. I really think we can make a playoff run. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I said we could make a playoff run. I didn't think we'd be this good. 60-22, man. What a regular season for us. Darius Garland wins MVP once again. Matas Buzelis, man, rookie of the year. 12 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Amen Thompson, 6th man of the year. Still not starting there in Indiana, which is interesting. Scoot Henderson, most improved. Okay. Yeah, bro. How do we not get coach of the year? Like, they gave it to Quinn Snyder and the Hawks. That makes no sense to me. We should definitely be getting that, or at least exec of the year. Oh well, let's go ahead and keep this thing moving here. Do we have any sort of all NBA awards here? We got Matas on the all rookie first team. That makes sense since he won rookie of the year. But yeah, bro, let's go ahead and keep this thing moving here, as we are the top team in the Eastern Conference, and I'm pretty sure top team in the league, right? Yeah, we are the top team in the league. And bro, they gave coach of the year to the Hawks, and they were the 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference. That's like the lowest that I think I've ever seen a coach of the year, which is pretty crazy. But anyways, let's keep it moving here with the stats. Cade Cunningham led the way, 22 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists. Shooting that thing, bro, come on now. I mean, that's a big key to our progression, man, is the fact that he is knocking down his shots. I said it, he just needed to become more efficient, and I think once the team got more competitive, he would definitely have to, and he's really doing that right now. Jaden Ivey did take a little bit of a step back, falling below league average from deep, which is a bit disappointing. But yeah, overall, I mean, it seems like the guys are hooping right now. What did Jarris Walker do? 13 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Okay. Kuzma did his thing off the bench. That's actually really nice to see. And then the Wiseman Duren battle. What's the per 36 looking like here? It's about 20 and 11 for Wiseman. For Duren, it's about 18 and 12. So I mean, like, it's pretty much the same, man. They're pretty much interchangeable, although Duren did average 2 blocks per 36. Wiseman, 1 block. Okay, so I think I'm still good with Duren starting for me. But yeah, I mean, you can take your pick. There's really no wrong answer. Anyways, we're going up against the Boston Celtics in the first round. That's a tough first round matchup, and it's Marvin Bagley's revenge game, or revenge series, I should say. This is interesting. They got Malcolm Brogdon, Grayson Allen, Jason Tatum, Marvin Bagley III, and Robert Williams III. Okay, they got a pair of thirds on the team there. Let's go ahead and get this thing going, man, as we win game 1. Okay, we lose game 2. We're up 2-1, go up 3-1. There we go. Okay, we don't blow these, man. There we go. Beat them in 5, a little gentleman sweep. You love to see it. And now we're going up against the Toronto Raptors. They got Taylor Horton-Tucker. This is where Jaylen Brown went, I guess. They also got Scotty Barnes still. They got Bol Bol and Onyeka Okongwu now in the mix. That's an interesting one. Alrighty, man, let's go ahead and get into this thing as we lose game 1 here. We win game 2. Way to bounce back, boys. Up 2-1. Up 3-1 here? No, not quite. Let's go ahead and shorten the rotation. I mean, we're here, bro. We might as well try to win it all. I don't know if that's going to happen. I highly doubt it. But if it does, that'd be pretty crazy. They actually want to start Isaiah Stewart over Jarris Walker. Per 36, he's averaging about 13 and 8. Isaiah Stewart, yeah, nah, Isaiah Stewart is playing better right now. We're going to roll with the man. I do want to keep some minutes for Jarris Walker just because, you know, I want to give him that experience. But yeah, I'm totally cool with getting rid of Killian Hayes' minutes, even though we don't really have a backup guard. Oh, never mind. We got Derek White. Yeah, that was a really good addition. All right, man, let me go ahead and mess around with this just a little bit here. I know we got guys on fire but I do want to just kind of adjust things a bit. This looks pretty good to me, man. I just gave some more minutes to Jaden Ivey, a little bit more to like Matas, and then I kept some minutes here for like Kyle Kuzma as well off the bench since he's been playing nice for us. But yeah, I think that's about it. Let's go ahead and see if we can win this series here. We win game, what is that? Game number 5? I can't do math in my head. There we go. Okay. So we beat them in 6, and now we're going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. They got Darius Garland, 2-time MVP, still paired up with Donovan Mitchell, Jonathan Isaac. He always ends up on the Cavs, bro. He's so OP in 2K, man. It's not even fair. They also still got Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. Alrighty, man. Let's go ahead and see if we can get out of this series here as we win game 1. Okay. We lose game 2, down 2-1. Don't go down 3-1, bro. There we go. Way to bounce back, boys. Way to bounce back, boys. Game 7. Tough, man. Do I want to make any changes? I don't know. I don't know right now. Now Jarris Walker is hooping. Okay, he's getting the stats up. I don't really want to move the minutes around too much, man. Like, I honestly think that we're good here. Maybe take away just a little bit more from Kyle Kuzma since he's not on fire anymore, and give some more to Jaden Ivey, probably a little bit more to Jalen Duren as well. Yeah, bro, I think that's about it. Like, that's about as good as it's gonna get here. Let's go ahead and just roll with this game 7. We're going to go Simcast and just see if we can reach the NBA Finals, which would be pretty crazy, man, for year number 2. I called it earlier. I said that 2K loves the Pistons, but they also love the Cavs, and it's looking like they're going to win, man. They almost had it. We almost came back. But oh well, we ended up losing there by 2 points in game 7. Was it to the eventual champs? Let's go ahead and find out, as it's the Cavs and the Rockets, and the Cavs clean sweep them, bro. So we could have won a championship this season. That's so tough. But either way, man, that's a really encouraging second season. Let's go ahead and move on to year number 3 now. So we do have our own pick. It's number 29. Not too valuable. Let's go ahead and see what we can do with it. So I'm not going to act like I know anything about the 2025 class. I'm going to go with Rajon Griffith just because they say he should have gone higher in this draft. So we're going to go ahead and snag him here. 19 years old. Why not, man? Let's go ahead and do it. So Kyle Kuzma has declined his player option. That's no surprise. He fell out of the starting lineup. I'm going to try to bring him back, but if we don't have enough money for him, then we might just have to let him walk. We'll go ahead and find out right now. And it looks like Kuz isn't expecting a whole lot, man. He's got no offers. We should be able to haggle here. Actually, we're going to get a cheaper deal than before, so that's really nice. Let's go ahead and knock this thing down, man, to a little team-friendly 2-year deal. If we can get this down to like 16.99, then I would be happy, but I think I might be pushing it. No, I'm not. Okay, cool. We also got to bring back Isaiah Stewart. I'm going to try to get a little team-friendly deal here as well, since he has no offers. 15.25 for 3 years. Let's see if he will accept it, and it looks like he will. So it looks like Derek White ended up going to the Kings. That's unfortunate. And now Cade Cunningham has gotten an offer from the Los Angeles Clippers. We're definitely going to match that. I mean, we really don't have a choice, so let's go ahead and do that. So we still got nothing but green arrows, man. Cade Cunningham is up 2 to a 94. That's nice to see. Jaden Ivey up 2 to an 88. Jalen Duren up 1 to an 83. Jarris Walker now up 4 to an 83. That's nice. Kyle Kuzma stays put. James Wiseman still the same overall as Jalen Duren. I'm a little disappointed that Matas only went up 1. He's an 80 overall. Still though, bro, like, this is a really nice team here. We definitely need to find a replacement for Derek White since we weren't able to bring him back. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And after that, man, I really think we're all set to compete for a championship. Let's go ahead and get into season number 3 and see if this is the year. So I'm looking for a backup shooting guard, and I think the guy I want is Cam Thomas, man. He would be absolutely perfect because, again, Killian Hayes is our facilitator. Cam Thomas would be our bucket getter off the bench. He's still on the Nets here, who don't really need him, man. They still got Mikal Bridges. They got Jordan Poole now. They got Spencer Dinwiddie. I mean, they got plenty of guards here. Granted, we do too, but still, what I'm saying is I think the Nets would be willing to move on from him, especially because I've been giving him a lot of like DNP coaching decisions in real life. So we're going to give them Rajon Griffith, who was our 29th overall pick in this past year's draft, a small forward, which they definitely need a little bit more of that. Then we'll also give them Jason Preston for salary filler, and we'll even give them our pick for this upcoming season, man. Unprotected. I think it's going to be in the late 20s since we're going to try to win a championship, so I'm totally fine with losing that. Let's go ahead and see if they will say yes to this deal. They're saying no. Okay, I'm not giving up 2 first-round picks, but I've got so many second-rounders, bro. Like, I'm willing to throw them in, and there we go. That's all it takes. Cam Thomas, welcome to the team. So I think this is it for year number 3, man. We got Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Matas Buzelis, Jarris Walker, and Jalen Duren. Off the bench, you got Kyle Kuzma, who honestly could be starting over Matas, but I'm just rolling with the younger guy, man. That's pretty much the only reason for that. We also got James Wiseman off the bench. We got Isaiah Stewart, Cam Thomas, and Killian Hayes. Yeah, bro, the bench is elite. The starting lineup, I think, is coming along really well. We should be in contention for a championship, man. So let's go ahead and get into this thing. Talk to me, but talk to me nice. We went 68-14, man. Absolutely dominant. I'm not gonna lie, we got out to a slow start to the season and your boy was a little bit worried, but we really picked it up, man. I'm super excited. Victor Wembanyama gets MVP here. Do we got anything here that concerns us? Amen Thompson still coming off the bench. I'm sorry, that's just weird to me. Bronny James, most improved. Yeah, he's the last of the real draft classes, man. We're going auto-generated the rest of the way because I just have no idea who anybody is. But who knows, man? If we win a championship, this is the last season. So let's go ahead and see if we can do that. Dwayne Casey does get Coach of the Year. Shout out to him. That's good to see. We got Exec of the Year as well. Let's go ahead and keep it moving, man. Do we have anything on these All-NBA teams? It does not look like it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Okay, that's totally fine by me because we are the top team in the Eastern Conference, top team in the league, I'm assuming, right? Yeah, by a pretty wide margin here. Absolutely dominant, man. Let's take a very quick look at the stats here just for those who want to see. It's Cade Cunningham leading the way, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 10 assists now. That's pretty crazy. And bro has been shooting that thing lights out. Jaden Ivey back up to above league average. That's nice as well. Same for Jarris Walker. Modus is really shooting that thing, man. Hey, he struggled his first season, 32%. Well, it's gone up a lot. These are his per 36 stats. But yeah, here's a look at the regular ones. Yeah, man, way more efficient. We will definitely take that. I thought about starting Kyle Kuzma over him for a little bit, and I guess I made the right decision, so that's nice. Cam Thomas, about 11 points off the bench. Nothing too crazy, but in 18 minutes, like the per 36 has to look good. Yeah, it does. Okay, that's nice to see. Whenever we do get to like shortening the rotation, I probably will just give him all the backup guard minutes instead of Killian Hayes. But anyways, man, let's go ahead and get into this thing. We're going up against the Milwaukee Bucks, the number 8 seed. Who do they got on the team, man? They got Bones Highland, Donovan Mitchell, Chris Middleton, Grant Williams, and Onyeka Okongwu. Okay, so no more Giannis. This is Donovan Mitchell's team. That's super interesting. And I think Onyeka was on some other team last season, wasn't he? Because we played him. I don't remember. But either way, we lose game 1. That's a little bit tough. We win that one. Okay, that's a good way to bounce back. Up 2-1 now. 3-1. Okay, and there we go, man. Gentleman sweep. I got a little bit scared there, but we're advancing to a series against the Toronto Raptors. It looks like they got Talen Horton-Tucker, Jaylen Brown, Scotty Barnes, Bol, and now Jakob Poeltl. Pretty sure we played them last season. I think in the second round. I don't know. We lose game 1 just like last time. Let's bounce back here, boys. Yep, there we go. 1-1, 2-1. Okay, 3-1, just like last time. Just like last time, man. Here we are in the conference finals going up against the 6th-seeded Charlotte Hornets. LaMelo Ball, Austin Reeves, Brandon Miller, Jeremy Grant, and Mark Williams. Okay, that's a pretty good team, man, but I think that we're better. Let's go ahead and get into this as we lose game 1 just like last time, and we bounce right back. Okay, there we go. We're going to do the exact same thing. Never mind. It's 2-2. Let me shorten the rotation, man, because your boy is not playing around here. As we are going to go ahead and, yep, take away minutes from Killian Hayes. That's exactly what I was thinking. We're on the same page here, CPU. Let's go ahead and shorten these minutes for Kyle Kuzma just a little bit. Gotta do it, man, because, yeah, I need to find some more minutes for our starters, bro. There's just no other way around it. I gotta do it. So we're going to shorten it like that. I need some more minutes here for Walker, for Duran, for Modus as well. Yeah, bro. I mean, there's just not enough minutes to go around, quite honestly. Like, what about the per 36? Who's really hooping? 18-6. Ivy is doing his thing. He's already got his minutes. Walker about 18-9, and Duran about 20-11. Yeah, I'm gonna get some more to Duran. I need him in the 30 range, and we'll just do it like that. I think that's about it, man. I think that's as good as it's gonna get here. Can we get out of this series? Okay, we win that game. Nice. Game 7, bro. I've already shortened the rotation, man. Let's just jump right into it. As we are we're losing in that first quarter there, but way to bounce back in the second quarter, man. Hey, we set the tone in the second quarter. That's big for us, and we are advancing to the NBA Finals. You'll love to see it, man. We're going to be going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are the number 2 seed in the Western Conference, okay? They've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Josh Giddey, Josh Okogie, 2 Joshes in the mix. They also got Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren. Alrighty, man. Let's go ahead and get into this thing here as we win game 1. We lose game 2. We're up 2-1, 3-1. We don't blow these. We don't blow these, man. Detroit basketball. We have won a championship in year number 3. What a turnaround, man. Honestly, this was a little bit too easy. Cade Cunningham, finals MVP. Shout out to him, man. 29 points, 7 rebounds, 10 assists, shot 45% from deep, actually 46. We round up around here. Yeah, man, this went about as well as I could have hoped, man. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do leave a like and subscribe. Again, I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs by my birthday, which is May 26th. So if you guys could help me out with that, I really would appreciate it. But anyways, man, this has been 2KJ. Blessings.